Hey everyone, a warm welcome to today's community call dedicated to the Nymja Ambassador Program. Today we have a very special guest who needs no introduction, Mykola, our Ambassador Manager. He will unmute himself in a few minutes, I believe, and we will start.
Hi, Nick. Hi, everyone. Nice day. Big welcome to everyone here.
Well, for so many people joined us today. Today we have Mykola. During this call, he will be sharing some exciting plans for the Ambassador Program, and we will also ask for your input, folks. So please feel free to type in your questions in the main chat. Let's get started. So grab a cup of tea, coffee, and enjoy the call. Are you ready, Mykola?
Yeah. Let's go.
Great. So actually, the first and maybe the most important question for everyone new. What is the Nymja Ambassador Program and why Nym launched it?
Nym is community-centric organization and wants to involve more people from different geographies, from Vietnam to Russia, to become part of our story. And we believe that no private internet or private internet infrastructure could exist without huge support from the different and diverse geographies and from different and diverse people who could apply their skills in scaling our storytelling, in promoting our products, in building communities on the local markets from Nigeria to Brazil. And ambassadors here, they are basically a small or big Nym storytellers who attract many people around the world right now as we're speaking on our privacy side. And in this sense, our technology, our products, our activities are not just enclosed within our team, but they become more and more decentralized and open to the public.
So when you explain it for a general public, like ambassador is someone who are telling a story about something about Nym and encouraging people to join this privacy mission and empower Nym. That's something that's really important for us.
Yeah, and also it's important that we want to tackle really diverse crowd. And in this sense, ambassadors could also bring us interesting insights how privacy really works and what's the state of privacy in Hungary, in Ukraine, in India. And there's so many nuances that are quite hard to grasp within the core team. But then when we collaborate in a nice way with ambassadors, they could really help to make Nym accessible to so many different places, slightly even shaping the storytelling, but also facilitating the need for privacy on the local level and also unpacking the local use cases for privacy. I would suggest you to give a voice for a second to Huxian, and I will introduce him.
Hello, can you hear me well?
Yeah.
Hi, Daniel. So everyone, I want to share the first great news first, that Daniel, or Huxian, as you could know, has become the newest Nym ambassador. And what's interesting here, I don't want to curate his speech right now, but I would ask you, Hux, how do you think, what's the best portrait of Nym ambassador? How you feel? What kind of person she they is?
Thank you. So you should have told me beforehand that I have to prepare a big speech.
No, not organic.
But thank you for the...
Sorry.
Okay, that's an inside joke. Okay, one sentence, be proactive. I think proactive, enthusiastic, and sort of really have a grasp for the bigger mission of what we want to achieve together as a Nym community and leaders of that community, the ambassadors or the cadets or whoever is, spreading the word. I think the most important thing is to be proactive and do whatever is right in your own context and, learn those nuances, like what communities you are involved in, both in real life, digital sphere, and just try to really, if you believe in what Nym is building as a technology, then you also sort of believe in a future where that technology might be useful, or we will see this shared future where this technology has an essential part to play in a future where privacy is an inalienable human right, where our digital data is, up to us who we share it with. So I think that the most important thing is, just to, no matter, what happens on the, tries and sort of the trial errors or small pilots, is an event working? Should I develop a local community? Should I do a meetup? And I think that why I'm super happy. Thank you, Mykola, for this big news, because it's also new for me. I didn't know about this. That's a disclaimer that I'm going to be also an ambassador, but I'm super happy. And maybe I'm going to share a little bit about what I've done in the past 8 months, which might have helped to inspire you or others that might be a worthy ambassador. Would it be okay?
Yeah, go.
Absolutely. So I've been around since just before the first Shipyard Academy, and with the study group, we started just building this little guild or sub-community, the Pineapple Proxy, Pineapple Hive. But I think that this is sort of not what's like the standout thing. I just really think that we were better in smaller communities, but we organized together 2 meetups. The first Nim community meetup in Berlin, we organized another one in Prague. We were really eager to help wherever we could. And it was a long process to figure out what we can actually help with the project to succeed, and what abilities and sort of resources do we have, and what needs there are in the company and the community. So I think an essential part is just to be proactive and be present, and look for the opportunities. And the first meetup, it was super funny because we sort of planned to meet with some friends from Pineapple Proxy in Berlin, and then we learned about the fact that Nymjas is going to be there. So we really pushed for doing a meetup while they're there and they can speak at the event, and we sort of help organize it. It was one sort of building trust slowly that our goals are aligned and we can help organizing events, for example. And I think it's just another example of how, again, what I already said other times, that do whatever you can and do whatever you can imagine and go beyond. Honestly, I don't really submit my tweets on the ambassador form, because I sort of share so many, and it's became so much of an integral part of my, like, how I see things. When I feel that it's a adequate to share anything to Nym, or to share the project, or to sort of comment things related to Nym in lunar punk circles, I just do it, and I don't even see it as something that I do to become an ambassador, but it's kind of what I truly believe in. So maybe, I'm going to shut up now. I talked way too much, but happy to answer questions, and super happy to be here, and looking forward for long projects.
Yeah, maybe I could just add a few words here, that what we believe, that we want to have a really highly motivated people who share our mission and who understand what we are doing. And in this sense, we want to create a structure where we really inspire people all over the world without big prerequisites on their countries or age groups or genders. We're looking more for really passionate and active people who really understand how to educate others or create content, information, stories, products, code, documentations around what we are building. And in this sense, to shift the big co-creation culture of us supporting the groups of people from around the world. And Huxian is really great example on a person who finished our academy, who participated in the lots of activities, and who developed his story with Nym over time. So if someone of you thinks around like how the journey for a person with Nym could look like, Huxian is a really great example, like starting from small, going bigger, contributing with the right information, guides, documentations, creating also discussions groups, making events, doing researches for us, scaling, and now contributing to also the future Shipyard Academy. And I think this is the right example of how Nym could also give an opportunity for growth. And in this sense, we welcome and we wish more and more people like you will be around us.
Thank you. That was super nice. And it's also about just being social, like talking to all of each other in the crew. It's just like sort of, if you end up here closer in the community, being proactive and talking to as many people as possible, what people need, how to do it, opinions and feedbacks, I think then, we develop sort of really cool social relationships too, right? I mean, I don't think we had ever met a person yet, Mykola, right?
No, not yet, but I have a feeling that I met you in my previous life.
It's entirely possible. Yeah.
Maybe Nick could ask just like a few questions to Hux before Huxian will go, because he is a bit busy at the moment. So we'll let him go and then we'll continue with it generally.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. And actually, for everyone interested, we've uploaded a recent community call with Hux to YouTube, so you can watch it. And he also covered a lot of topics, his background and journey to Nym. But the one question from me is, what is key success? You already answered this question: to be social, to be active. But in general, why and what is driving you? Where do you find your passion to do the things you're doing for Nym?
That's a super good question, and I have an answer for that. So I've always wanted to change the world for the better, and I was looking for what to do, and I actually get quite bored with things if I feel that I'm not contributing to our society or our generation. Or I'm an environmental engineer, so I learned in university that you destroy the planet. So that was my drive for a long while, but then sort of realized that it's not really something I can change. So I really find motivation every day in my jobs, because I fully believe that if a new internet becomes possible through what Nym is developing, then we actually have a super good chance in society together to change the patterns, to change how capitalism works and destroy it everywhere, be more and more people as we go along time. So it's sort of why I wake up in the morning and why I'm excited to do research on I don't know, tokenomics or writing articles or sort of thinking how I could help this mission of bringing Nym to mass adoption and sort of creating this shared future where privacy is by design. I'm motivated because the mission is real, up and running. I'm motivated because I see a future where if we have shared private internet and where our data is not being brokered every day and where we're not being, collectively manipulated by companies like Cambridge Analytica, or where no one can find out everything about me as soon as they really want it, but where I decide what I share about me, what parts of my life do I keep private, then that's a future where society truly can change. It can be really truly a more just place to be, more socially equitable and more inclusive, truly care. In a sense, I think it is quite a communist speech. I'm joking halfway, but really, I think that Nym is creating a hopeful future, which is worth fighting for. That's all. Cool stuff.
So my question is really connected to the speech which Hawks just gave to us. Whom are we looking for? Like, who is the ideal candidate for us, the ideal Nymja? Like, I know that Hawks is ideal Nymja, but like in few words.
It's interesting because it's like no one and everyone at the same time, because people are different. And from our experience, we saw that lots of people have specific skills. Like someone is a good designer, but not great community builder. Another person is a good event manager, but maybe not a coder. Third person has to mix that stuff and builds tooling, but at the same time, he is not that great at speeches at the events. So for us, it's the right balance between active life position. That's what Hux called productivity. And at the same time, understanding what does it mean to bring a meaningful contribution to our story. One example here goes like this. First, it's important to understand who we are, what we do and why, but then understand what are the key goals that we are stating in front of us. What does it even mean that we will succeed? And afterwards, go and think around how a person could contribute to our storytelling. And in this sense, the ideal candidate is highly autonomous person who could manage the important task by himself, because they received already all the information necessary from the knowledge, general Nym 101, to a specific questions that this person needs to make an event or to promote us within the local market. And in this sense, this person scales story without putting too big burden on the core team. Why this matters? In autumn, we will have, for example, Shipyard Academy 2.0 with thousands and thousands of people joining our community, participating in our activities. And it's really hard to answer everyone. It's really hard to support and maintain every small geography. And we need to be really distributed and scalable. And in this sense, ambassadors basically could be the giants on which shoulders the scalability lies in this sense. So when I say a person is autonomous, it means that this person could find a solution independently, freely, and could really help team to scale. Whatever it's a product direction, integrations directions, building a small guild in his town, creating localized version of Nymja storytelling, engaging with students in local universities. And that's where this magic of scalability really happens. And in this sense, a good candidate also knows his or their superpowers. That's super important. Like, for example, Huxian, what's your superpower that you're applying with Nym?
Okay, my superpower is, I think I dare to ask the stupidest questions if I feel that I need to hire some. So I know it's a weird thing to answer to this question, but what I want to emphasize here is that part of being a good ambassador and really contributing well is to knowing as much as you can know about the specifics, how things work, how the technology works, how the economics works in the technologies, how like very, very know your things. And if you don't know your thing, it's always worth asking, because there are sometimes people, I always felt dumb for asking like, oh, but it's a question. And I don't mean this to overburden anyone with the questions, but I mean to talk to as many people, as many is interesting for you to talk to about this stuff, what mutually interests you. Well, long answer again. Sorry.
Thanks, Huxian. Do you want to say some last things on how this success of Nym looks for you at the end of this year? Can you like summarize, because you're a super big part of this story as well?
1,000 DVPN users paying, and let's say, I think what's also important that we have a very active community. Let's say that we have at least 5 community guilds up and running after Shipyard 2, working on different things together. Because alone you can do just so much, but if you have a small team of 2, 3, 4 people who share the same passion and they start working on it, I think that would be my answer. So at least 1,000 DVPN customers and at least 5 different community guilds working on cool projects together and sharing information in the community. Be my success vision for this year.
Sounds super cool, and thank you very much for joining us. Welcome with the new role of Nymja. I will onboard you soon with more additional information, and enjoy your free time. And let's make Nym really great this year.
Thanks, Hux. Actually, I shared links to a Nymja knowledge database in the main chat. Everyone, check this out. Let's move on. This program was announced a while ago, right? So how many Nymjas do we have already?
Now we have 11 Nymjas, and we are scaling hyperactively. So I guess we will see a significant growth here till the end of the year. I will project that maybe by the end of the year we will have 30 plus, but it depends also on the certain quality, because not every time the quantity makes real sense. But at the same time, like we understand that 500 people filled an application, and now it's almost 600. People want to participate, become our Nymjas ambassadors. They want to scale our program and stuff like that. And it was tricky, like how to find out who is really good at design, who really understands Nym, who is passionate about privacy. So we launched the additional track of Nymja Cadets. These are the highly motivated people who want to contribute to the Nym storytelling. And in this sense, we are creating vertical growth structure when you could really build your career with us. Like you start as just ordinary community member because you saw Nym somewhere on Twitter, let's say from advertising. Then you become enroll yourself as a Nymja Cadet. You perform tasks also through which you become more familiarized with Nym, and you build your knowledge base, your social circles around Nym communities. And afterwards, you can grow to Nymja, our bold ambassadors. And over time and over success and over performance, you could become a senior Nymja. It's a person who manages the other ambassadors and basically is like a, let's say, mid-senior manager in traditional companies. And within the time and progress, you could become a lead ambassador. And lead ambassador is super cool because it's basically a person who manages the market. Like, we cannot manage all, it's really hard to manage all the markets at the same time. So we need to have a really solid partners. And if we understand that a specific Nymja knows markets so well, and he's so independent and so proactive and so collaborative that there are significant results, yeah, growth could be just indefinite. And in this sense, what I'm trying to do is to show that this is a long journey, and within each month you progress. But also, as ambassadors, you need to understand what does it mean Nym progression. So, for example, in one market, the person who is ambassador could really help to build the foundation of the community. But then, without a growth machine, without hundreds of people visiting our socials, without local events, without localization of the content, there's no growth for us. So what I'm trying also to do is to encourage ambassadors to understand what does it mean mutual growth, when we provide the opportunities for them, but at the same time, we want our markets to be better. And when I say better, it means that both products, what we are doing, have lots of local people who install them, test them, Nym Connect, Nym Wallet. At the same time, people are familiar with token, they stake token, delegate, and stuff like that. They run nodes, they code, they create integrations for Nym, and these things could be covered by ambassadors as well. I don't see any barriers when a certain person could show his or her best and will prove with time that he is a true leader, and he is capable of managing not just ambassadors, but also the whole market, or even maybe not just one market, but multi-countries operations. Why not? It's really possible.
You start with as Nymja Cadet, right? In order to get this role, you will have to fill the form, correct? Or anything else?
It's nice to fill the form, so at least we will know a bit more about who's the person. So it's like a small introduction of yourself. So we use the form more like general information about the person, contacts, so we will not lose the basic information about the location, about the belief in privacy, about skill sets. Especially, it's super crucial for us in relation with dev-centric activities we will do in autumn. So first, you fill the form. You could find the form with the link that Nick shared, or in our Medium within the Nymja Ambassadors track. Then you go in the Cadets chat on Telegram, and don't wait too much for the specific tasks from our team. Be active in terms of exploration, the knowledge around Nym, and wait for the wonderful Zili Cadets Ops that Tan from Vietnam built, and he is here in the chat, and I say hi to him and say big thanks.
Yeah, thanks from us too. So actually, ambassadors, they need to complete certain tasks, right? Every month to maintain their ambassador status. And what kind of tasks are they?
So I would rather say that there are different people who just perform a different role models in life. That's why we try to balance ambassador program. In which sense? A person like Huxian, he could be independent because he super knows what Nym is. He's super in the material. He participated in so many community calls. He learned so many things through Shepherd Academy. So he doesn't need like a specific task to perform an ambassador role, because he's everywhere, he's hyperactive, he knows what are the gaps of Nym and stuff like that. Like, for example, the guide he wrote on the Nym tokens recently is a super meaningful contribution that explains not just our tokenomics, but token flow within the bigger Web3 ecosystem. At the same time, we will launch, we could do it even tomorrow, but I would say on Monday, we will launch Zili that will help lots of people to perform tasks and have in one place all the leaderboard. It will be super convenient, but at the same time, I highly encourage ambassador candidates or cadets to explore more opportunities. Like, for example, I guess Artyom was the one who was super active in terms of, I want to do something. I want to find a really nice task. And you suggest him this wonderful Harris lecture from Cambridge. And he put a really good effort on creating storytelling that could be now localized for so many markets and grasp so valuable part of Nym knowledge base. And in this sense, to summarize, yes, lots of people will need specific tasks and they will perform these tasks. They depend on the capabilities of a person, like design, or writing guides, translations. There are a variety of tasks that would be managed through Zili. The second, there will be an open tasks more like proactive. Like, for example, Beyond CEO is here from Ukraine, and he is super active in terms of, hey, I want to contribute to Nym. I have kind of like these skills. I shared our market goals with him, and then he's proactive in terms of what should be done in the market. That's super cool position. And I would say that there will be one more category here, kind of like just independent people who would, I don't know, go and just do a lecture in university or go and just code something. This is also good and okay. It's like, it's really happy to see like Super Maya going and teaching kids in uni or how to make projects on top of the Nym. That's super cool because we do believe that the young generation of mixed-net builders could become a new big thing in IT.
I would like to say thanks to Tom for translating, not translating, summarizing my favorite speech by Harry. Thanks. I enjoyed reading it again and again. I just wanted to clarify. So I know that we want to involve highly motivated people who are motivated by mission, this kind of values. But do we also have some kind of motivation for ambassadors to keep going? How does this motivation system work?
Yeah, so we try to balance between, generally speaking, motivation and contribution, because this is just, there's a clear dependence on that. Our biggest aim is to explore who's our core community.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, cool. No, what I was trying to say that basically our bigger goal is to understand who are people around us. So then we could connect them with the different departments, with the different programs, with the different opportunities with us. And it's not just about how you grow with the cadet direction, but how you grow with Nym. For example, there's a community grants. There's a first cohort that was announced, and then there will be more and more and more and more with time. And in this sense, active community members, and I believe that cadets are active community members, they could get these community grants. Then we will announce more dev grants. Again, they could be legitimate to qualify for the dev grants because they know Nym better, they know what Nym needs and stuff like that. Or Jackie, who is our head of growth in Asia, found a CM within the Nymja Cadet track. That's perfect. Or, and I will announce a bit later, other head of growth found Nymja for his local operations because he needs help. So in this sense, I would love to structure benefits of our program this way. Think of the Nym as an organization where there are dozens of opportunities for everyone. So you start as the Nymja Cadet, and then by the end of each month, we see the progress. And basically, we promote the most active people with the nice impact into full-scale Nymjas. But at the same time, to diversify talents and to help the people grow with us, apart from being the most active participants, we want to incentivize those who just contribute in a meaningful way. It could be a translation, it could be a design, It could be a local event. And our community committee, which consists of our team members, selects cadets they like each month for their contributions to NIM. And we, over time, showing that we are not just supporting the most active contributors, but we're also supporting financially and openly new opportunities to people who are active with us whenever they scored high or low. It's whenever they contributed to us in a meaningful way. Like Artyom's translation of Harry's lecture is a really good example here. So that's the first level. Second level, like if you're Nymja, you have basically direct compensation that is directly connected to your proactive position. But here, I would say that every ambassador is a human person, and not a machine. And we are super open in terms of hearing, like how each ambassador progresses with us. And we saw that some people are super active, like 10 is the right example. Others need some time to become full-scale ambassador in terms of the contribution to our story, because we have, I don't know, like some stories in life, personal stories. And in this sense, we want to be super friendly, we want to be open, and we want to show to ambassadors that we really understand them and give an opportunity for growth. But then over time and over performance, their benefits grow and grow over time. Like their benefits double when they become senior ambassadors, and their benefits double again if they become lead ambassadors. And what's my goal personal here is to ensure that if a person contributes to our story, he grows with us. That's it. That's the foundation of our approach. And it doesn't really matter if it's a Nymja budget or it's community grants budget or it's the big new listing budget or is it the marketing budget. It doesn't matter. What matters here is that we really highlight the people who were active. We really appreciate their support, and we're kind of like proactive in finding the ways to support them, not just sitting aside and saying, oh, thank you very much for your contribution. No, like really trying to find a way to support them. Something like that.
And we also have a monetary motivation, right? So
Yeah. So there's a direct monetary motivation. When you are Nymja, you receive 700, equivalent of 700 of USDC per month plus bonuses. Then if you're becoming a senior ambassador, it's like 1K 500 USDC plus bonuses. And if you're a lead, it's like 3K plus bonuses. And then we will negotiate what's your impact. Because when you're becoming a lead ambassador, your impact really changes over time. And if a person helps us to grow 5x on the local market, that's a thing to discuss. And for Nymja Cadets, there are two directions. One track is the leaderboard, when basically people discovers the monetary benefits. So 2 out of top 10 and becomes Nymjas, so they are promoted. And then 5 receives monetary financial benefits. And then today we will announce closer to the end of our call our 5 Nymjas who will get financial rewards from us and from our community committee. And even one of them would be promoted to Nymja. So here is
exciting news.
Yeah, it's not even an experiment; it's a reality we live in.
So, general public, we actually don't see this internal activity of Nymjas, right? How do you interact with each other? Do you have a specific chat or channel where you discuss Nymja-related things, you know?
Yeah. So we have a specific Nymja Den channel, Nymja Cadets Den channel in Telegram. It's important for it to be semi-public in a way that you could really discuss with other cadets how you could collaborate with each other. And today, for example, I'm not sure if he's on the call. No, he's not. Victor Mann had an idea for our community grants team, and he was searching for collaborators within the Nymja Cadet chat. And this is a great example when you could create small groups, small guild around us, and then grow together with us. And I think that that's the way cadets should share experience with each other. And this is what's happening in Telegram for now.
Cool. So Victor is really proactive. He approached me one day and we discussed his initiative. For me, it's really huge. So all ambassadors, Nymja Cadets, feel free to join him and his mission. This project is awesome. So take a chance to join, to contribute. Send him a message, Victor Man.
Yeah.
I also noticed that on top of his contributions, I also noticed that Nymja Cadets are very active and they're sharing their contributions in all our channels. By the way, amazing work, folks. But in your opinion, what are the best examples of such contributions? Just for everyone to know. Could you name some?
It's like this story, like if you name some, others would be kind of like, what's happening here? So I would say like this. Let me mention different types of contributions. So for example, big shout out to Amit Sharma, who in India created a plan on how we scale Nym in the midterm, I would rather say. And he is kind of bold enough to take responsibility for growing Nym on the big local market that is quite diverse, quite complex, but hyper exciting, especially in terms of engineers who could build on Nym. And it's really great to see such things. Then there is Mijas, who is our long-term member, who is now working on consolidating a Russian knowledge base. So cadets and ambassadors and everyone interested will have all community-related materials in one place. And all the guides, all the materials, to not duplicate the work, to not copy something that has been done before, but contribute within the original materials. That was a really nice example. Then super big shout out to Sergio, who is pushing through AMA, through contributions, through pitching Nym Hub to the team. I think that if ambassadors and cadets would think around the box, then they would see these opportunities different within how they could grow within the grants, the ecosystem-wise, and stuff like that. Then there was a Bali event recently. I was super surprised and super happy to see that Taras from Noders, who also have our mixed nodes, it's really cool. They had 47 people participated. 2 people were interested in running nodes, and it's really cool to see that Indonesian community is growing. Then I would also shout out to Nick, who is an SH. He was super active within the design, infographics, customized graphics, visuals on Twitter. We really think that graphics and through visual storytelling, you could explain complexities of Nym easier. And to simplify storytelling is one of our core goals. And shout out to lots of people from Nigeria who were doing AMA with Sudo, who were participating on local meetups wearing Nym t-shirts customized that they made by themselves. I was super surprised. New Fuel Crip was doing this. And we don't want to play the role of nanny who is supervising all the activities. We want people to be active, and people like Supermaya, Amit, Stepan Kinyakin, they were just going and showing through the YouTube videos, visual content, events, that scaling Nym story is quite easy. It just needs some sort of effort and proactive lifestyle.
So many names and so many people who are contributing to Nym's mission. So glad to hear that. Would you like to name 5 people and 1 Nymja, 1 new Nymja, maybe?
Yeah. And it's funny because I wrote down everyone, but I wrote down their Telegram handles that sometimes are different from
Too much.
From the names. And I'm like, who is this person? So, okay, there should be a Star Wars Imperial March right now, music playing here. What we are doing right now, first of all, we finalized the first months of Nymja Cadet activities. This was a test flight for us to understand how to make it better and basically to hear your opinion, how we should improve our operations. Because what we are doing, we are co-creating the best ambassador program that exists, at least within the privacy market. And then we could go for crypto and market later on. So we want to bring more and more people from around our team to pay attention to contribution from cadets and highlight their operations. So first of all, Nick, it's your choice. You selected Victor Mann to have a financial reward this month. Big congratulations to him. It's a community choice. Then Daniel, head of growth Latam, highlighted Super Nymja for his great contribution within the events and coding and all these, being present of Brazilian community and being an active member of a whole Latam communications. Big congratulations to Super Nymja. Sudo highlighted that, again, the nicknames. Huel Crip, who is Marv Crip's the TG handle, was great this month. Congratulations to him. Then Sam, our Indian CM, his answer was like so many of them. And I was like, you need to pick at least one. It's like, okay, it's Mijas. And that was like super great to hear from him. On my side, kind of like, I will also highlight Nick, who is an SH with this monthly winner, and thank him for all his visual contributions that happens this month. But it's not the end. What's important here first, that Super Nymja becomes a Nymja. And this was an internal decision, and it wasn't kind of planned when we projected Nymja Cadets, but it's the nice way how you can grow with us, because we give more and more opportunities to our cadets, apart from just what's written on the paper. And second, on Monday, this Monday, we will announce the leaderboard. 2 people would become Nymja Cadets, and 5 people would have financial rewards. 2 people who would become cadets, who would become full-scale Nymjas, will also receive financial rewards. And why we postpone it on Monday? Because we received around 300 submissions, and it will take a lot of time to go through all of them, then compare their quality, because here in Nym we preserve not just a quantity but a quality, and at the same time to understand who was the leader of the last month before we going automated through Zili. It's a bit of lots of manual work, and it's a bit of hard, but full on.
A lot of work, but folks, you know what to do. Self-driven motivation and proactive position is your key to success. Anything else you want to add, Mykola?
Yeah, so this year we have so many great campaigns. We will launch Shepherd Academy 2.0. We will have lots of products releases. We have lots of token-centric campaigns, and basically cadets would be the first to know what's going on. Being a part of a cadet track ensures that you are closer to receiving a grant, to being the first to jump into big activation, being the next Nymja and stuff like that. So I would say that there are lots of things that we are not announcing yet, but I could ensure that staying close with us, collaborating with us will be super beneficial, especially when I heard what will be the incentivization at the shipyard. I'm super excited. Why? Again, because cadets could be the ones who would help thousands of people meaningfully contribute to Nym. Because cadets, we see cadets as real source of knowledge who are helping the others to understand what Nym is, how you could grow with Nym, how you could scale the local Nym storytelling. And in this sense, I encourage everyone to check the description of our ambassador program that Nick shared in the general group. I encourage everyone to join Nymja Cadet chat and ask all the questions in FAQ, and also be active in terms of privacy, the fight for the future of internet, and be open in terms of just asking your questions that bothered you. And in this sense, we will always find a way how meaningfully collaborate. because we are highly interested in building community, building meaningful community, and scaling our story together.
Thanks, Mykola. Thanks for so many amazing updates. And thanks everyone for joining us today, this very special community call, aka. And let's move on. Start filling applications if you're not a Nymja Cadet or if you're not Nymja. Well, start your journey now, or just start diving deep into this community portal, which Mykola shared. Actually, it's like a Wikipedia for Nymjas. You can start now.
And I would also add here that apart from 5 people we highlighted today, there will be much more on Monday, and then there will be much more later on. So in this sense, we want to help everyone to grow with us, but it takes a bit of time. So stay with us, and you would see how with every day you could unlock new opportunities with us. And I think your example as well is saying loudly about that building a nice story with Nymja is possible.
On this note, I would like to say goodbye to everyone. Thank you for joining.
Bye-bye. Thanks for inviting, and let's move forward.
Bye-bye.